Welcome back, everybody, to the last part of the Archaelund quest guide. We're here. We made it. We're finally doing it. We are doing the last 4 quests of the game. We're going to be doing Sign of the Blue Wolf, the Ancient Lantern, the Oracle's Whispers, and Wielder of the Red Axe. First, we're going to be doing Wielder of the Red Axe. We look on the map here. We are in Jien's camp, right here. That's where we talked to her and got the Wielder of the Red Axe mission. And if you went the other way and you talked to Nosam, this is where you would go to kill her. This is not the way we played it, so I'm going to go choose violence and kill Nosam. Now, I do recommend picking up a bunch of supplies, medical supplies, survival supplies, because with these last quests, there is a lot of fighting. So to get to where we need to go, we're going to go back out to the road, bypass the crabs. We look on the map. That's where the rest area is. That's where her little city is, Daggerbend. You're just going to go right out and then to the left. So here's the main road. We're going to go right into here. And if you remember the last episode, I talked about that group of people that you meet here. Especially if you kill those guys, you can talk to them and talk to Nosam. We didn't, so we're going to go in here and pick a fight. Now, like I said, there is a lot of fighting with these last quests, so make sure you are leveled up, you have got great gear, do as much as you can to make sure you survive as well as you can. There's a lot of people to fight right here, and there's even more people in Nosam's camp. So I'm going to quick save. We're going to go up here. I believe she talks to us first. Now, you can deception your way out of it or diplomacy your way out of it. I'm not going to. I'm going to choose violence, and I'm just going to kill everybody. So we're going to tell her we're here to obliterate, and combat starts. All right. That was a pretty good fight. Looks like the only person that took damage in my party was my barbarian. So I'm going to go ahead and bandage her wounds. And I believe... Oh, I forgot to loot the bodies. I'm going to take all that. I believe, yep, I do have a health potion. Go ahead and use that. Now, definitely you might want to go back to... What was it called? Daggerfall? Daggerbend and rest. That's one of the reasons I recommended picking up some survival supplies, because these guys, they hurt. There's a lot of people in these fights. They're going to be rough fights. You're going to take a beating. Definitely quick save. There's at least, let's see how many guys are in this fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. So there are 7 people in that fight. Now we're going to go up here and around the bend to fight Nosam, and it's going to be even more people. So it's gonna be rough. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus, one of them is a big minotaur. So definitely quick save. I'm gonna see if I can sneak up here. Now, one of the things that somebody commented on one of my videos that's very important for combat. If you go up and you initiate the fight, so you go up and your icon, and your icon changes to the sword, then you initiate the fight, and you have a higher initiative. Now, also, if you start the fight and your party is tired, so down here where you see the little lung icon, you lose initiative for that. So I'm actually going to go pick this fight. All right. And we were able to beat them all. Now, one note with this fight, which I should have mentioned before the fight starts, but if you kill Nosam first, everyone else takes a hit to their morale and they skip a turn. But we get some really good gear. We get Nosam's battle axe, which is great, 3 to 9 damage plus 1 to 4 fire. We get some really good heavy armor, another minotaur horn, iron short sword, some money, some barbarian attire. So we're gonna take all that, bandage up, and we'll go over here, see if there's any loot we can take. If I remember right, there's a couple of things we can access. Maybe not. I don't think there's anybody in here. Okay, so it doesn't look like it. But we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to go talk back down to... Where are we going? What's it called? Daggerbend. We're going to go down to back to Daggerbend. We're going to talk to her. We're going to complete the quest. And then we're going to head back to Port Galeb. So I will meet you at Daggerbend. Alright, here we are back at Daggerbend. We're going to go ahead and talk to her. She's going to tell us that she's heard of his fall. And we are going to complete the quest. Now I'm going to rest really quick here. and we're going to head back to Port Galeb and work on the last 3 missions of the game. So, we also picked up a Balramian cloak. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Cold resistance, death resistance. You're definitely going to need some cold resistance for the final dungeon, because the enemies in there do cold damage. So I'm going to head back to Port Galeb, and I will meet you back there. Alright, and here we are back in Port Galeb. I'm going to run down to the inn so I can get a free full rest. And we'll check with our local weaponsmith to see if we can get anything good. Probably not. So we're going to rest really quick. Okay. Check with our local weapons vendor here. And he doesn't really have anything great. But what we are going to pick up is some health potions. Since the next fight is pretty tough, I definitely recommend health potions, medicine, anything you need to help you get through the fight. So I'm going to pick up a bunch of health potions from her. Let's see, that's going to be 1,600 for 10 of them. How much do I have? 900. Let's do 5. Okay, that's most of my money. So I've got 1 basically per person. My archers don't necessarily need much because they are in the back, and I'm going to try to keep it that way. So I'm going to give 1 to each of my melee fighters and have 2 be for my barbarian, since she's always in the front. Just get that done. Give 1 to, well, let's see. Everybody have 1? Everybody's got 1, so I'm going to give an extra 1 to my mage, just in case. Okay, now, from Port Galeb, the next mission we are going to go for is the last 3, basically. They're all more or less going to happen in the same place. Here we are in Port Galeb. We are going to head up the original mountain and go up to the original quest area. So where the first dungeon is, that's where we're going. So I'm actually going to run towards that area before we skip this. So it's going to be up right over here. Just so I can get my map to fill out here. Okay. So right here is the main quest area. That's where you, if you remember the first dungeon where we teleported from, that's where that is. It's basically just a straight shot. So I will meet you up there. All right. Welcome back to the Pilgrims Camp. That's where we are right now. Now, if you need to rest, do anything like that, this is the best place to do it. So we're going to go up further up the mountain, and I'm going to give you kind of a strategy with these guys coming up. Always be quick saving. So the guys coming up, they are an extremely tough fight. Doesn't matter what level you're at, they're very tough. I might be actually a little under-leveled for this, so I may have to do it in a few tries. But there is a handy trick to kind of fool the AI a little bit. I've gotten it to work a couple of times. I don't know if it's going to work again, especially for the guide video. But you can get their attention and start kiting them down the hill, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here once we get up to the top. Now, if you can kite them and kind of get them separated, it might make it a little bit easier to handle the fight. This is the last time I beat them, this is where I got them kited. I had 2 or 3 of them on this road here in single file, and I was able to knock them out fairly quickly. And then I had 2 of them up top that had actually lost aggro, and I was able to just pick them off with my archer. That was pretty much the only way I was able to get past them. So I'm going to see if I can kite them again. Now, the game's going to give you a warning when you get closer to these guys, because they're such a tough enemy. So they've all got spears. They can all attack twice during their attack, and they do poison damage on top of their already heavy damage with their spears. So since we've already been up here and got that warning, there we go. Now I can see if I can kite them down the hill. Come on, buddies. Come on. Oh, got a little close there. Come on. Let's get a couple of yous. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay. I only lost one in that fight, but I did have to use one of my health potions. I'll bandage up. And as you can see from the bodies here, there's one here, one here, one here, one there, one there. So I was able to get them kited down, and because of the weird terrain and the way the combat works on the hill, they kind of got confused, and a couple of them lost aggro, and they had to do weird zigzags. So what I'm going to do before we actually go into the building is I'm going to go back down to Pilgrim's Rest, or Pilgrim's Camp, and I'm going to do a full rest so I make sure I have all of my mana and all of my health, because we're basically going to be going immediately into a fight when we go into the dungeon. And it's not an easy fight. So there's 2 new enemies in the dungeon. Well, I guess you've seen skeletons before, but there's skeletons, and there's an enemy called a mechahedron. Now, the mechahedrons are tough. They've got a lot of health, they hit really hard, and they do cold damage. So those are the ones we really have to worry about. And to point out a couple of other things that commenter said on one of the other guide videos, skeletons are very weak to blunt damage, so if you have anything that's blunt, they're going to take the most damage from that, like my steel maul here is blunt. And the leeches, if I remember, I don't remember what they're actually called, but the leeches are very weak to fire damage. So if you have anything, torches, anything like that, that'll do fire, if you have a spell that'll add fire to your weapon, definitely use that on the leeches. It's going to make things a little bit easier. The mechahedrons, I'm not exactly sure what they're weak to. They do cold damage, so maybe they are also weak to fire damage. I'm not sure. I haven't really gotten that deep into what the mechahedrons are. I just know they're basically little they kind of look like Dwemer beetles from Skyrim, Morrowind, and those games, the Elder Scrolls games. But either way, they hit hard, they're tough, and there's a lot of them in there. So we're going to have to deal with 2 of them right off the bat. And then when you get into the main room where the quest is done, you have to deal with, I believe there's 5 of them. They don't all come at once, but within a couple of turns they will be pretty much all of them on you. So it's not an easy area to beat. Now the dev does recommend being between levels 4 and 5. Now I'm going to do it early since I'm on the easy difficulty and it shouldn't be that hard. Plus, since I'm editing the video, you don't actually have to see how many times I've attempted the combat. So we're just going to keep going up. We're going to crest the hill here. There is where we're going. That is basically the other half of the first dungeon. So we're going to run on in there and immediately get met with a fight. So definitely get your quick saves in, make sure you've done a full rest, get some health pots, everything you're going to need for these fights, because they are tough. Okay, here we are in the final area. Go ahead and pop a torch there. Here we go. Definitely get your quick save in, because right when we go in here, it's going to be a fight. So there's the 2 skeletons there, and you see that those little beetle-looking guys right there. Those are the mechahedrons. Definitely make sure we're quick saved. I'm going to go see if I can pick the fight first. Okay. All right. Now, I got extremely lucky in that fight when it came to initiative and the way everything was positioned. I actually didn't take any damage, so they all died before the fight was even over. So we're going to go through here. I'm going to let you definitely explore on your own. There's some treasure to be found. There's not a lot, but there is a secret room we need to get here really quick. There's this button right here. Come on. Click that and open it. We've got a secret room here. I believe there is a couple of traps in here, actually, so I'm going to watch out for those. Now, oh, yep, there it is. And we're going to get a couple of spears. Lance of Envy, and Envoy, excuse me, an iron axe, a rusty longsword, and a blue steel short sword. Blue steel short sword is really cool. It's a light weapon, slashing 3 to 7 damage, accuracy plus 12. I'm actually going to give that to my mage because she can use it. All right. Now, the important thing in this room is we have a oh, watch out for the traps. Oh. We have a teleporter back to town if you need it. I'm not going to need it right now because I'm going to show you an area where you can get through and you can rest. Now, each of these rooms is going to go to basically just side rooms full of enemies and some treasure. We'll start here just to open the doors. Come on. Come on. Come on. Not sure why I can't get there. It takes a specific key. Okay. We'll show you where that key is as well. Always be quick saving. These side rooms are going to have enemies in them. There's a couple of mechahedrons and some skeletons in that room. In this room, I believe there is leeches. No, also mechahedrons and skeletons. But right here is an important bit. I'm going to quick save first. Now, we need to use athletics. We're going to move the debris. And if you remember from the original guide video, there was that secret door that was sealed. This is it. So we are actually in the original dungeon. Here's the secret room with a rest area, so you can go there and rest. There's another rest area right there. I'm not going to go rest. I'm going to pick a fight with everybody in these rooms because we need to kill them to get the secret door, or excuse me, the important key for that door. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this fight right now. All right. Now always remember with the mechahedrons, they, like the guys on the hill, can attack twice each fight, which makes the fights quite a bit tougher since they also do cold damage. Looks like we've got a couple of chests here. I'm going to quick save just because I'm terrible at opening chests. Take those. And there we go. We've got the sign of the Blue Wolf medallion. So that, once we go pick that, or once we go take that to Grizo, that will complete that quest. And just for reference on the map, I'm going to quick save. So this is where we come in. This is the exit, or excuse me, that's where we come in. You come around here. This is the sealed door to the rest of the first cave. We are from the sealed door, we're in the first left room. If you're coming from the exit, we're in the first room on the right. That is where you're going to find that medallion. And so you can complete his quest. Now, I don't know if I have enough health to finish this, and I've got to level up. So we'll do this quick. And just one quick note, for the final area, there is a big gem up there that's creating all the green blasts and whatnot that you can hear. Now, if you go in there and if you break that gem, that does remove quite a bit of health from the mechahedrons, but you will not be able to complete the Oracle of, what was it called? Which quest is it? The Oracle's Whispers. You won't be able to complete that. So don't break it if you want to complete that quest for now in the early access. I mean, later there may be more gems that you can use, but for now, that's the only one I know of after the Hecatite gem you get from the crypt. So I'm actually going to quick save and go in here and pick a fight. Okay, I definitely took some hits in that fight. That was a rough one. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to go through here really quick. There's the key we need right there. Don't think there's anything really else in the room. Might be a couple of traps. Okay, we're going to go back out, and I'm actually going to go back out into the cave and hit up a rest area and do a full rest. Because my people took a beating, and we're definitely going to need it for the next fight. Watch out for the trap right there. So if you like, you can go rest. I recommend it. The next fight's going to be rough. I will meet you back at that sealed door. Okay, we are back at the sealed door. So we are going to go and finish the main quest. Oh my gosh, almost ran over a trap. Here is the final door. Quick save. Okay, there we go. All right, here we are. Final room. It's going to warn you about everything. It's going to tell you a little bit about what's going on. This is the Devil's Horn. You see a few skeletons here, a couple of mechahedrons over there. There are many more enemies that come when the fighting starts. So I'm going to game save, quick save, and start the fight. All right. Final fight is done. Yep, there are 5 mechahedrons and 3 skeletal engineers. We're gonna bandage up, we're gonna exit. Now, as a note, I'm gonna quick save as soon as possible. This thing will go off during the fight, and it will hurt your people. Now, quick save again. You do need, I think, Arcane to be able to pull the gem out. So quick save before you do this. I recommend save scumming, because the only way you're gonna be able to finish the Oracle's mission is to give her this gem. Ancient lore. You need ancient lore. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull it. We were successful. It's going to calm everything down. Pulling it is basically the middle ground with the quest. Now, the Baron wants you to break it, which will affect the relationship with another clan. But pulling it out is basically the middle ground. So it stops the tower from doing the stuff that it's doing, but keeps it going so people aren't upset about it. So I'm going to leave that as intentionally vague, so I don't give away any lore or story or anything like that. So I'm going to use this, a quick save. I'm going to go back to, let's see, do I have enough? You need 15. I don't think I have enough. So I might actually have to run back, or at least go rest. Let's try you. Yeah, I'm going to have to go rest. So I'm going to go back to Pilgrim's Rest, or the Pilgrims Camp. Come on. Forgot about this door. Doesn't go anywhere. It's a sealed tunnel. We're going to go back through, and I will meet you at the camp. All right, and we are back at the Pilgrim Camp. I've rested up. Should have enough willpower, just in case. I'm going to rest up again. There we go. Just to make sure I have exactly enough willpower to get back to Port Galeb. We're going to go hit the teleporter. You can run back if you want to. I'm just going to hit the teleporter. It's going to make things easier. We'll go turn in a couple of missions, and then, hopefully, complete the game. All right, here we are back at Port Galeb. The first mission we are going to complete is with Grizo. Hopefully we can find him, because sometimes he is not in the inn. And if he's not in the inn, you should be able to find him down by the docks. So we'll check the inn first, and then if he's not in there, we'll check the docks. There he is. Talk to him. Give him the medallion, and we have completed Sign of the Blue Wolf. Turn off my torch there. You know what? I'm going to get a full rest in before we go see the Baron. We don't need to be bloodied and beaten from the fight. Go see royalty. Alright. Now we're going to go all the way back up. We're going to go see the Baron and complete that quest. Now, I do recommend saving before that quest, because I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but I have read that that quest may consume that gem that you got. It didn't for me, so I'm going to quick save before we talk to him just in case it does consume it. I'm not 100% sure if it will or not. There has been some bugs like that. So we'll just go ahead and quick save, and we'll go talk to him. Tell him we ignored the orders. Tell him it's better for everything. Reputation is improved. We get some money. Let's check my inventory here. Ah, we still have it. Okay, the Radiant Sapphire. That is what we need to complete Honor Guard Shields. Okay, so we do get some cool items from him. Now, we are going to complete the last quest. We're going back to this stone head right here. So here's the second lake. Here's that little bastion camp kind of thing. We're going to go right there to that stone head. So I will meet you over there. All right, welcome back. We are here. We're going to go ahead, quick save just in case. I'm going to talk to the statue, touch the statue. Let's give it something. The Radiant Sapphire. I'm going to remain silent. And I'm going to pick my mage. And that's it. I believe you get the Ancestral Blessing of Perception. So, that's it. We've completed all of the missions for the early access for Archaelund. So, if you followed along with the guide, you should have everything complete. Not sure what level you're at or what loot you have, but at least all of your quests are done. Now, this is probably the last content I'm going to make for Archaelund, just, you know, because we finished everything until the dev, excuse me, 1 second, there we go. Until the dev releases the next update, which I believe, looking at his roadmap, said was around April 2024. So once that comes out, there's definitely going to be more live streams and more guides coming out. If you had any issues, audio video issues, let me know. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and throw them in the comments, and feel free to join the Discord. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.